Good evening, good evening. You're now tuned in to another episode of Problems and Solutions podcast. I am your host, Molasses. Tonight we have a very special guest. I think it's someone that you can all agree on that this is a very influential brother in the Pittsburgh community. He's been around for a minute. I've been following this journey for a while now. So I'm saying if I'm familiar with it, I know y'all are. Without further ado, I'd like to bring him on, Mr. Donnie Kite, Ike Ware himself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing, brother?
I'm pretty good. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Hey, brother, I'm breathing. Excited about this, brother. You know what I'm saying? You like one of the people that I look up to in the city that as far as like doing what you do, bro. Like as far as like entrepreneurship, what it means and how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, could you introduce yourself, brother?
Yeah, my name is Donnie Kite. I'm the owner and operator of Ike Ware 36 Clothing, owner and operator of Molly's World Boutique, operator of Hill District University.
Yeah.
The creator of the Neffs line. So yeah, that was all the joints I started, man.
Okay.
It's the original.
I guess for everybody in the city to know where Ike Ware come from. So for people that's outside of the city, you know what I'm saying, how would you describe and how you came about doing it?
Well, basically what I did was, me and the guy was brainstorming. We was going over like this is my way of or my path of getting out of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to figure out what to come up with, and me and the guy was going back and forth. He said his line, and then I said mine. I was like, oh, I said Ike Ware.
Mm-hmm. We
was both agreed, like, yeah, that's a nice one. I said, okay, and then I just started and ran with it.
Okay. So how long have you had this thing going for? Like Ike Ware in itself, like how long has it been?
Ike Ware itself is like 20 plus years.
Wow.
Started in '98, so yeah, it's like 20 something years.
Wow. Wow. It's been around the city for a long time.
Yes.
Staple for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what got you into clothing? Like, was it like something you always wanted to do, or it just you fell into it? Like, how did it go about?
Like I said, it definitely wasn't nothing I wanted to do. It came about when I was trying to get an alternative, about leaving the streets. Because one thing I said to myself I didn't want to do to my kids was go back and forth to jail. I had caught a little case, and once I caught the case, I went to court. They ended up giving me probation. But what the judge was saying to me was like, "Hey, man, if we see you in here again, then this is what we got for you." Mm-hmm. So I took that note in my head. It was like, don't even have to worry about it. You'll never see me again. Mm-hmm. So once I got back to my neighborhood, I just started right there. Like I made a commitment to myself that I was done. And I just started drawing up stuff right there. You know what I mean? So that was my alternative, to get out of the streets.
So how long has was Molly's World always a part, or did that come later on down the line?
Molly's World came later. Molly's World is a representation of a little brother of mine that I lost due to gun violence. His nickname was Molly, 3-card Molly.
Mm-hmm.
So, my idea of making it Molly's World was he may have taken him out of this world physically, mm-hmm. but I keep his memory alive with this.
Okay. So, like, could you talk about this? Like, if you do a lot of philanthropy work in the city,
yes.
I see like the things you do as far as the Christmas drive and all that. Like, talk about that, brother.
Yeah, I do a lot of that, man, because I'm one of the brothers who came up who was, one of the unfortunate ones, who ain't really had nothing. I come from nothing, and I just know that struggle. I know being a kid and wishing you had, a little extra something. So I just always keep that in mind. When I do what I do, it's like it's for the people, and it's for the youth, for some of these kids I know that's going through a struggle. And some of these parents, I know, that's struggling. They're trying to make it happen. So just here to give them a little help, or as much help as possible we could give them, or I could give them.
Okay, I feel that. Because you definitely, I see it a lot. I see. You also, I think there's other brands from the hill that be on your stores too.
Yeah, I used to carry a lot of them, but I think a few of them dropped out. The only one I got in here now is a young guy named Kaya.
Okay.
So I got his in there now. But I used to have Forever Loyal used to be in here. Sire Life used to be in here. And I think, yeah, that was it.
So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you about possibly doing something in your store, like putting a line in your store, like how would they go about that?
Just contact me. Either on my Facebook, Donnie Kite, or my phone number, 412-520-2313, or my Instagram, IkeWith36 Clothing. Just DM me, and I'm always ready to give somebody an opportunity.
Yeah. Yes, I see you working with.
Hold on. I think we had you in here too, didn't we?
Yeah, right. I
apologize.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, facts.
Yep.
And in your position, what do you see is the major problem that like holds us back from attaining entrepreneurship? Because I feel like everybody can't be an entrepreneur.
That's true.
Everybody can't. Like it's a tough slate. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like thick-skinned.
Definitely.
So what advice would you give somebody, you know what I'm saying, like that's coming in this field? And I think everybody comes in and looks at the success and not the journey that, you know what I'm saying, comes with it. You know what I'm saying? The no's, how many no's you get, how many failures you go through before you get to that one that pops off for you.
And, I always tell them, man, a lot of people don't get it. It's all about longevity. So it's about looking for the long haul, because we're not taught that. A lot of times coming up, we was taught that instant success. And that's why we was out there in the streets, man, trying to get that money fast and trying to get it fast. But I end up learning later, patience, over time, stretching it out, looking down the road, longevity. That's what I always look for, longevity. Even today, I'm thinking about tomorrow or later on down the road. I'm thinking from 5 years from now. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking like I'm going to do it overnight. It's over a period of time. So it's, the education that we need from each other, which me, one of the guys who will tell you, you definitely have to practice patience. You have to put your work in. Stay solid, be true to the people, and be honorable, with your brand too. Be an honorable, stand-up person. Longevity. Don't look for that overnight. It may happen for you, or it may not. But I say look for the longevity. Look at the long haul. Yeah.
Now, when you say solid, can you expound on that? Because I don't think people get what that means. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the integrity that you got to have when you're doing good business.
Yeah, well, I say, a lot of people should know, do what you say you're going to do. And be who you say you are. Like, to me, being a genuine guy, being a positive guy. So, that's just my character. So, and I'm going to stand on that. You know what I mean? There's certain things that I won't compromise, like you said, and that's my integrity, and that's my morals and my principles. It's certain people that try to put clothes in here that represented gun violence, and I'm against gun violence, so you can't have nothing in here with a gun on it. I don't represent that. I don't represent. I represent unity amongst the people, so I can't go and have you put a company in here with pistols on it or a gun on there. Promoting gun violence.
Where would you say you got your moral compass from? Like, how did that come about?
That came about again, making a transition from out of the streets, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was in the streets, I didn't have no guidance, man. My guidance was, get the money, get the ladies, and get the clothes. But once I got out of the streets, I started reading, which was one of my strengths. Even though I failed out of school, which was my strength, was reading. So, running into the Malcolms and the Martins and the Medgar Evers and the learning about the Marcus Garveys and just learning about different people because I only knew about street hustlers. You know what I mean? Then I started learning about men with integrity.
Yeah.
And, it's a measure of men out here. Like, it's men. They men. They stand on their stuff and they willing to die on it. They die for it. They have died for it. So you got to measure yourself as you call yourself a man. You got to measure yourself to these guys. George Jackson. There's so many. Fred Hampton. I can go on, man. There's a lot of guys.
Yeah, there definitely is.
They were solid guys, man, and they was for their people, and they died for their people.
Yeah, that's true. That movie just came out with Fred Hampton. It's shocking to see how they play. You know what I'm saying? And how we got to be that much smarter to stay out of them cobwebs. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely got to know the. You definitely got to know the game. It's education. But it's a re-education. It's not the education that you usually get. You got to come, you know what I mean? Like, what I say is there's other elders out here that I got information from too. Like, it's a lot of guys that I go on YouTube and watch. Now, this information you'll get about yourself, being an African-American man or woman.
Yeah.
But they're not going to tell you that you can learn on there. And it's very helpful. Very, very helpful.
Yeah. I do a lot of reading myself. I like this. I'm a sponge. So anybody, because I feel like from any one person, there's something to learn. For every one, for every one person, there's something to learn, whether it's negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? You just got to pick up on the signs that and which road you want to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the negative, you got the positive, and it seems like it's harder to go down the positive for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seemed like that. And it's frustrating because, I encourage it a lot. And I encourage it a lot. And I tried to reach a lot of people. I lost them because I tried to reach them and they didn't take the advice I gave them. And a lot of guys is dead or in jail.
Yeah.
And I tried to reach them, and I tried to tell them, because I'm one of the ones who, like I say, I was out here early in the streets. I got a clear view that there was no win there. So my duty is, I like if we did have a win, my duty was to show us how to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I see we gonna lose, again, it's my duty to show us not to lose. So when I got out, and I knew that if they go down this road, the possibility of how many people we have lost before us that lost, got that 30 years or end up getting killed out here, my duty is to turn you away from that so that don't happen to you.
And I want you to speak on the mind frame because when you realize that you can't save everybody, that takes a mental toll on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Has that happened to you? Like, have you experienced what's some of the things that you use to keep you focused once you know what I'm saying? You like there's more that's gonna fail than there is, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna get it. What is your mind frame like to keep you motivated, to keep going with that?
Well, you know what? It'd be remiss of me not to mention God. God is number one.
Yeah.
No matter what, whatever religion or whatever title you go under, to me, God is number one. So you always want to counsel or pull from that energy. And, once I get frustrated or get like that, I pull from that energy. And then it's always the goal is to keep doing positive things.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, and I had to remind myself of this because a lot of positive don't get reported also.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the negative, we bombarded with it, but it's a lot of great things going on. There's a lot of people doing great things, but it's just not reported. So you got to remind yourself of that also sometimes. I had to come back and you know what, it is some good things. Or I'll run across some things on the internet to see people doing some great things for us. And it gives me that reminder that, you know what, even though I'm seeing all this negative and getting bombarded, it is some positive going on. So that's the charge to keep moving also.
Yeah, it's hard, yo. It's hard because you like I said, out here, all you see is the negative, yo.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, you know what I'm saying? Because the far. They space out the good to where, you know what I'm saying, you gotta search for it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like you gotta go to certain spots to find it, and all the negative is just like right in their face. Me personally, me as a spiritual person, I know where, like, I have an understanding where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody that doesn't see it or don't know where it's coming from, and like it's like mind blowing to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's one of the things that, you know, and I'm glad we're on this topic, and we don't really understand. And like, I went on somebody's post the other day, and I usually don't do this. Like, I seen a boxer, Devin Haney. I just see these clowns out here, man. You know, being real. And and listen, I ain't hating. I'm gonna say I ain't hating, but if people really understood the importance of what we need to do as a people, we ain't trying to get all them little choker chains and all this bull crap y'all doing out here flashing this money. When we need schools, we need our own schools. We need our own hospitals. So in order for us to do that, it's like Nipsey Hussle was saying, it's all money in.
Yeah.
It's really all money in.
Yeah.
Like, and we out here clowning and joking and trying to, you know, what they call poop on each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. Man, it's about us.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, but you don't even understand. You don't even understand about what your responsibility is, because God put you in that position, and you come from our heritage, or you're descendants of us. And if you understand our situation, then you should do better, man. You should definitely. It should definitely be a lot more.
There's a lot of that.
Huh?
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that.
A lot. It's too much.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I think, like you said, information, yo, we're not taught that. We're so, like you said, the school system, yo. The school system, man, like that. I believe that plays a major part. Because I was just listening to somebody yesterday. It's like, it seems like the education system is used to build. What's the word What's the word he said? Like,
it's a conditioning process.
Yeah. It's a condition to keep you as a worker, like a slave, basically.
Yeah.
He broke it down. The way he broke it down was like crazy. He's like, you don't like you. They teach you to. I wish I could remember what he said. It made so much sense. Like we're trained to oblige and not, and you know what I'm saying, question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. True. So true. So, you know, and so now it teaches you to build another person's system or come under somebody else's system, and you keep that system fueling. You know, opposed to when you learn about yourself and you do for yourself, then you it's fuel for yourself. You know, it's do for self.
Yeah.
You know, we done for so many other people. Too many other people. It's our turn, and we truly don't understand that it's our turn. Like, it's our turn to do for ourselves. We done for everybody else too much, and we continue to do it.
Yeah. If you don't know your past, history repeats itself.
Huh?
If you don't know your past, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because we've had it before. We've had the black towns and the black, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
see, at the moments, we didn't have a choice but to stick together. We didn't have a choice because they shut us out. You know, this so-called freedom is like this. And, you know, rest in peace to Martin. Much respect to Martin Luther King. One of the biggest mistakes to me, you know, at some point, which is no problem with, was the integration, because you're never supposed to take away from yourself to join nobody else. If we got hotels, why do we give up our hotel? Why do we give up our hotels to be in your hotel?
Yeah.
When we have hotels, why did we give up what we had to be in what you had?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So now with that integration, this is what we trapped in. You see how we brag about being in their hotels. You see how we brag about being in their cars. All their, you hear what I'm saying? All their stuff.
Yeah.
Their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we're in our cars. We've been in this country for all this time. You know, you guys are frivolous with the money. We need our own car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we're not descendants of Benz and Tesla and all them. We're not descendants of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There's a couple because I'm friends with a couple people from Africa. So like when they're across their town, excuse me, across their timeline, they show people that have their own car companies in Africa.
yes, I seen it years ago.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be in a position to get one sometime.
Yeah.
That'll be a joyous purchase for me.
And another thing that I see they do is when they show a picture of Africa, like when they show the pictures of Africa, it's dirt roads, it's villages with huts, you know what I'm saying? But when you really look into it, the cities that they have built over there are beautiful, yo.
Amazing.
Beautiful, yo.
Country's amazing, period.
Yeah, once you do your research, yo, and like really look into look past the facade, it's really Wakanda over there, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but again, see, it's our duty to learn and it's our duty to teach because again, no one else is going to teach you that.
Yeah.
No one else is going to teach us that.
I had a guest on here maybe a couple weeks ago. He just found out his heritage in Ghana, and he was a king.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? Like he was in his kingdom attire while he was on the show. He said he went and claimed his heritage in Ghana. So now he's a king over there. So he be everywhere, yo. His name is Karan El Bey.
Okay.
And he get it on too, as far as like business savvy. Because I followed him one time. He was in China, over there in China making moves. I see him again. He's in Dubai making moves. You know what I'm saying? So he's like,
he's making moves.
Like, yeah, he got his own like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yes. So I think like that's the mentality we need to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like
for real. I mean, it's like, you know, we still spending. We can't even get on the money.
Yeah.
We can't even get on the money, man. Like we deserve so much. We deserve so much more. We've done so much. We basically built this country.
Yeah.
You know, when you really look at it, you check all the inventions. You know, we don't profit off of none of the inventions. We invented so much that we profited off of a lot of our inventions or our ancestors' inventions. Our economic base would be strong.
Yeah.
So then it would allow for us to compete or be competitive in the world market or in the local market.
Yeah.
If you got somebody who was deceptive and how can I say it? You know, who just took our stuff or told you couldn't patent nothing and tricked you out of your ideas and all that, and now they benefit.
Yeah.
They get money off of all of our ideas, all the stuff that we invented. They get paid. The elevator, the stoplight, the iron board, the gas mask. I mean, it's so much they're getting paid off of it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that
we don't even know we invented it.
Yeah, we don't. Like Henry Ford. There was a black man behind him, like running his economy line. You know what I'm saying? They're making the cars. You know what I'm saying? And then something more recent. I was just telling somebody about this the other day. Well, on one of the podcasts is how long have jitneys been in the hood?
Yes.
Somebody came along with you put an EIN number on and called it Uber.
Yeah. Took the jitneys out.
Took the jitneys out. Like, just imagine if people like it was always in the hood.
Yeah.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? I think that our knowledge of business is hurting us too. Because nowadays you can't like now you can't. There's no excuse for you not to know it. You know what I'm saying? For you, like, there's no excuse for now you get gypped. You know what I'm saying? To trick you.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what I mean? Like, we don't read, yo.
We definitely don't read. That's definitely, and you know what? I'm glad you brought this up because I'm hoping that I can start this. I've been trying to start a reading program for years.
Yeah.
Because I know how important it was for my transition. Again, like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I failed all the way out of school, but the one subject I didn't fail was reading.
Yeah.
And when I was making my transition, like I had dropped out, but I went back to get my GED.
Mm-hmm.
So reading was my strength. That's when I got my hands on the books of the Malcolms and the Martins and the Eggers and the, I started reading about different people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that helped me out. And then start reading about the world and just open you up to something different, opposed to what I was used to.
Yeah.
Just hustlers. Hustlers out here with the gold chain, you know what I'm saying? Gold chain, nice car, and women, man. But yes, reading is definitely a hindrance in us because we're still behind.
Way behind.
Yeah, we're still behind.
So you was reading, was you self-taught with business too? Did you read both with business or did you have an example?
Yeah, I was basically self-taught. I had everything I've done is from the muscle. I came up with the idea and I just went with it. I went for it and I went as I learned as I went. I've been to one. It was one business class that I had. I think, I'm trying to think of the program. I don't want to say it was Youth Chances or was it Pittsburgh Works. It was one of these programs that they used to have to where it was on a Saturday, and they had a business thing going on, and I went to it, and I was already leaning towards that way. Mm-hmm. So when I went to that class, that kind of like gave me a little bit of information, mm-hmm. and I just went from there.
Yeah, like you've been like you say 98. You was before, like your research was before the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was way before, so you really had to put the footwork in to learn the information. Like you really had to be disciplined to even stick with it. You know what I'm saying? So like that shows another tier of your, you know what I'm saying, discipline with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Everything's at our fingertips now.
Say that again?
Everything's at our fingertips now. You know what I'm saying? But like
that's true.
Where you come from, it was really like you gotta want it.
That's true. And I was fortunate. I was blessed. I always gotta give God the credit because I'm one of the ones who, when I started, man, I had support from the beginning. When I started out, I had love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
love just grew and continued over the years. I've lost a lot of people over a period of time also, but I always say, like, when I started off, man, the love was there. The support was there. So I would have knew how I would have felt if I didn't get the love.
Mm-hmm.
Even me, I mean, I'm just a fighter anyway. So resilience is in me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going. I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway. You know what I mean? But it did help that I had the love from the beginning. When I presented my stuff to the streets or the people out here, they grasped it. They grasped onto it from the beginning.
That's what's up. Now, did you ever have a problem with it being called Ike, where like getting it outside of like your neighborhood? Like, was that ever a problem for you?
I still get a little bit of flack with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I still get a little bit of flack with that. But I noticed this is what made me and inspired me to keep moving, and have it as a clothing line, because even early on, I had some people from Garfield who purchased.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, wow.
I see a lot of people with just shit on in Garfield.
All it took for me was one person to buy outside of this Hill District, and that was my inspiration, and let me know that I could go outside of this Hill District.
Yeah.
Once I got one sale, I said, "What? They from Garfield?" Yeah, I might have did like a royal blue and orange. That might have been why they bought it.
Yeah.
But they bought
it. You gave it.
And then later on, you have people that's leaders from their community who have an understanding that who's not being biased and looking at me like, he's from the hill, or he's looking at me as a black entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Then they respecting what I'm doing, what is attached to what I would do out here. Mm-hmm. So they look at me. So over time, I had Homewood come in. I had Wilkinsburg people come. I want to say some north side, mainly east side though.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly east side are some of the ones that put some of their differences to the side and was like, "Now I'm buying this.
Yeah.
I'm buying this." And really, I think some of it was my character, how I carried myself.
Yeah. That goes a long way. That goes a
Yeah.
long way. Because you was originally on. Because you're not at where you was originally at. I forgot what's that? That's where you was originally at.
Heron Avenue.
Yeah, so how long was you there?
I was there for. I might have been there for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have been there for 10. I want to say.
You had some yeah. So did you when you started out? Did you have a brick and mortar when you first started? Did you
No. I'm coming from the muscle. I come out the bag.
Oh, okay.
The garbage bags.
Okay.
I'm going to the block. I'm going to bars.
Yeah.
Book bag. I got a book bag. I got a plastic bag with me. I open a bag in a bar. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I mean? From there, I'm for the trunk. I pull up. I'm out the trunk with it.
I feel you. That's what's up.
Yeah, so
yeah. Like I said, because I got sisters and nephews. They off on the hill. You know what I'm saying? So I always seen your brand. Always, you know what I'm saying? Like I always knew who you was. You know what I'm saying? Without knowing you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just off reputation, like, oh, he got the clothes. Like, just knew who you was. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like you, like your reputation precedes you. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely do good things out here, brother. Now this is what this show is about, to like showcase you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not you, but people who influence the community that can help the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, because that's how I came up. I had some good guys that I grew up behind that showed me that.
Yeah.
So that's how I was. That's how I'm able to move. How I move. I move with their spirit. A lot of them guys is gone, but I never forget their spirit. And their spirit was to help. It was to help. We were supposed to help each other. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think a lot of our OGs, well, I can't even say mine because mine's kept me out the way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was like, nah, go do, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got something else planned, you know what I'm saying? And that kept me on the path, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I had good older OGs with me that kept me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was around them, but nah, you ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I needed though, for real. I think a lot of people need that, you know what I'm saying?
Because they don't do that these days. They don't use it.
They want to be just as young as them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that plays a major part in like the OGs you got, the older the people in the community that you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had some good guys, man. I had some good guys. Even the guy that with the influence of Ike, the terminology come from, which is Sean Harris or Ike Dog. He was so beloved. He's one of the ones that was over here that was real beloved, and he's a big influence over here too.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm a generation behind him.
Uh-huh.
So, and I've seen a lot of love that he's shown. And it's just, it's just people from our community, man, that know, you recognize what some people ain't got.
Yeah.
We all coming from that. Some people had more than others, and we shared when we was coming up.
Yeah.
We was tired, man.
Yeah. Let me wear that jersey to school tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. We did that.
Yeah.
Let me wear that jersey to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that hat. Let me get that coat. Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. I remember I was one of them guys. I balled. I remember I ain't had shoes. I go in my cousin's closet. He had a whole line of them.
Yeah.
Go pick what you want.
Yeah. My cousin used to do that with us. He had a bag full of shoes. Because we all were the same size. You know what I'm saying? So he come with a bag full of shoes and just drop it here. It'd be a bag full of Tim's, Forces, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody just wore once. You know what I'm saying? And he like, here. Because he was a sneakerhead. So he was like, he had thousands of shoes. You know what I'm saying? But he would come, duffel bag full of shoes. Here, y'all go through that. You know what I'm saying? The clothes and all that. You know what I mean? So like, it's definitely important to have them older people that guide you in the right direction. Because there's a lot of them not guiding them in the right direction these days. I think that's why it is the way it is today. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody dropped the ball. Yeah.
The blind lead the blind.
Yeah.
And I hate when they say that. I was like, I've been doing it to myself. I know I ain't dropped it. I tried.
Yeah.
I still try. But like you said, it just was so hard, man, to see so many people that I tried. And, pre-warn them. Let them know that this is the possibility of what's going to happen. Yeah. And they still went that way and it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you say, you rely on God. And I think that a lot of us, we get to the, I don't want to say that, but we got to understand that we can't, it's not us that's saving them. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm a spiritual person, so I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. My job is just to plant the seed.
Yes.
After that, you know what I'm saying, it's in God's hands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I come to the realization of that. It made it more easier for me to let go. You know what I'm saying? Not let go, but it's like, all right, I did my piece. Yeah. But all I was supposed to do was come here, plant this seed, and then I back off. And then God waters it from there. And if they want it to grow, it grows. If they don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? But I did my part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. And that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Do your part.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so.
What is she watching? But what else I want to know about? There's something else I wanted to ask you, brother. It was something I meant to ask. I want, like, kept it in the back of my head that I wanted to ask you. You know what I'm saying? But it slipped my head.
All right, whenever it comes up, just let me know.
Oh yeah. So what do you have coming up as of now as far as community work? Like, you know what I'm saying, that you can expound on, like you want to, because I got some things in the work that I want to do as far as like, because somebody asked this on Facebook, because there's like programs for boys, like as far as mentorship, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to get something started with that.
I think you have several going on, but I don't know the names of them. But I never stepped in the realm of mentoring. I do it in my way, in my own way, but I've never been involved in a program. I never formed a program. The only community thing I'm doing now is I have this blanket drive for the homeless. I'm supposed to get these blankets to them Thursday. Trying to do a skating party for the youth. I think me and Lee Davis, and probably a couple of other people, probably me, Lee Davis, probably Carl Lance, Ito, Princess, get a couple people to do that again, do giveaways. And a lot of times I notice, this is one of the things that we can do when we do free stuff. That is the time to try to interject information.
Yeah.
For them, to try to plant them seeds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids want it. You know what I'm saying? They want it. That'd be the crazy part. The kids want it. You know what I'm saying? They search for that mentor or that big brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of time to get caught with the wrong person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's happening a lot. Got shoot, man. I got all boys. I got young men now. But.
Yeah, I see you like traveling with it. I'm saying, like, one that says like North Carolina or something like that. I mean, see you traveling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're definitely involved in their lives. You know what I'm saying? That's important. That's important.
Yeah, that travel was I got a granddaughter down there now, so I went down there for her birthday.
Yeah. So what advice could you give someone to use right now coming up that would like to follow your path as far as clothing and mentorship? You know what I'm saying? Like you do. Like what's some of the advice on which the path you can show them to?
The advice I would give is, and I always say this to a lot of people who, because again, it comes from God, man. God give us that intuition. God sparked that idea to us. I would say for anyone, once you get the idea, don't be afraid to start.
Yeah.
Now, the information I'm gonna give you is because it's something that I didn't do that I could say now, and what was heavily requested is do your research. Do your research on what it is that you may come up that's in your brain that you do want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research, and then the key thing is to start. Start. Because so many people's ideas are just sitting and they did. They got ideas. God has blessed them with something that could probably change the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
They don't ever start. It's there and they never start. So again, understand that blessing and that thing is coming from God. It's on you to take that, nurture it, research, nurture it, and get it out to the world.
Yeah.
You never know. It may change your life.
Mm-hmm.
It may change other people's lives.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I would like to thank you for coming on. I definitely appreciate you, brother. I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, you're somebody that should be noticed, duly noted. You know what I'm saying? What you do. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me, brother.
Oh, bro, it's an honor and a pleasure. It's an honor and a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been following you for years, like probably since you started it. You know what I mean? That's how long I've been following. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my sisters and them stayed on the hill, so I've always known about you and shit. So I thank you for coming on, brother. Like, where can they find your store if they want to definitely get some of your clothes? You know what I'm saying? How can they follow you, or where can they come to purchase clothes?
Okay, the physical spot is 2101 Center Avenue, Hill District. If you can't get there, you just don't want to come out, you can go to the website, which is marleysworldboutiques.com. You got to put an S on it. Them is the two places that you can reach us. Or call me directly, 412-520-2313, just in case you got any questions or anything that you want to know about the product. Get in contact with me that way also.
Okay. All right, brother. Like I said, I thank you for coming on. And stay blessed, brother. Keep doing what you're doing because you're making a difference.
You do the same. Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you later on, brother. Stay blessed, brother. All right, one. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Problems and Solutions podcast. We're on here. We talk about the solutions and the journeys in the past that will give you inspiration on what you need to do. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for joining. As it is, if you want to listen to the episodes of the podcast, you can go to moyeslifestyles.com, and the podcast episodes are on there. Where as soon as you come on, the first page is the podcast. But you can search through the whole website where you can get videos, you can get music. I even have a film section that I'm doing, that I'm working on, that I'm working on, that's going to bring to the future. But another one I want you to look into is Moyes Lifestyles Moyestagram. So you sign up for Moyestagram and you share your best moments. It's like a starter Instagram, but it's more for us to show us in a better light instead of the negative stuff that we normally used to seeing. So without further ado, I'd like to thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching. I definitely appreciate it. God bless. MoyesLifestyles.com.